Have here is the Summer Rain drawing package with the BG NEO8 transducer. So a few months ago I featured this mid-range driver, and I had figured out that if you horn mount this driver, you can actually get a completely flat response from 180 hertz up to around 18 kilohertz. So you can see here, this is a comparison, and I'll just show you just the frequency response of this horn. So we're getting loading down to 180 hertz, and it's pretty flat. Like this is a really good result. So if we compare it against just non-horn direct radiating with a sealed rear chamber, we have this rising response that becomes a real challenge for designers. And we also how are you going to do this? You're going to lose efficiency, and you're going to have to deal with this rising response somehow. This is flat right out of the box, and you get the best of both worlds, and plus it looks great. So I'm offering this as a drawing package on my website, and so it'll be a professional drawing package which allows you to build this horn yourself. And this particular design is the sheet metal version, and I'll be introducing versions in the future with plywood so that you can just build it with woodworking tools. So what we have here, this video is going to be maybe 10 minutes long, and I'm going to walk you through the design here so that when you do purchase this package, you know exactly how you're going to build it, or maybe you're thinking about buying it and you want to know how to do it. So if we look at the exploded view, so we have our mounting plate for the BG NEO8, and it's very straightforward. You're just going to mount this to this plate. You're going to use foam paper to seal, and then the same thing on the back side. What we've done is we've radiused the back so that we don't have cavity resonances going on. And then the rear chamber, which is essential for this to perform as well as it does, is required. So it doesn't have the removable rear cover. It's a completely glued assembly with a square mounting hole. So I'll do a collapse of the assembly, and then I'll section through so that you can see the assembly. Section through so you can see how it looks on the inside. So you can see here we have the mounting plate, which is here, and then the driver obviously, and then we've just did a fillet or a radius on the inside as well. So you would have to put this fillet on before you glue the box together. So, and then we've dadoed the back and the front. It's a square profile rear chamber. So if you look in here, oh, I see an issue actually. I might have to go back to the model. Oh no, okay. Second guessing myself. So we'll look down the throat of this, and I want to show you from my testing with the physical horn, doing acoustical measurements. This is very critical. Having the exit slots lead directly into the throat of the horn, and if this is out by any amount, then the horn does not load properly, and you end up with some pretty serious dips and peaks in the frequency response. So this is the same type of construction as my other horn. So what you'll notice here are these side rib assemblies where we have threaded inserts, metal inserts for machine screws, and then I've done that throughout the assembly. So these support ribs bolt into this plate here. So all the support ribs bolt into this plate, and then the rear chamber gets bolted on. So this is kind of an intermediate plate, just like the other horn design available, which uses an 8-inch full range or a mid-range driver. So this one's a little different in the sense that if you look at the top view, you can see it really narrow down. And so this side rib actually has to accommodate and allow clearance for the BG NEO8. And so the sheet metal will go right against the driver, and then what you're left with is having to just simply seal around the driver. And for that, I would really just recommend some sort of an industrial tape, maybe just even something as simple as electrical tape, just to go around there, tightly pressed against the driver so that you form an air seal. And for this, along here, along the edges of the horn, after they've been painted, you're just simply going to run a bead of caulking to create the air seal. The caulking is not going to provide any kind of structural rigidity. It's simply to provide the air seal for the horn. And then these support ribs are what's providing the structural strength for the horn. So I made it out of sheet metal so that you can paint it in an automotive spray and do like a high gloss or even some metallic fleck in the paint and make it look really good. And then if you wanted to take it a step further, you could order brass machine screws. And then also what I've done in the past is done a hardwood bezel that goes around the outside of the horn mouth. So there you have it. This is available on my website, josephcrowe.com. And so the package is a PDF drawing package. And you can see here, it's just showing some of the views that I already showed you. And so showing you some rendered assemblies. If I skip over to the drawings, I can show you the drawing package. So you're going to get 16 drawings in a PDF format, and then it's going to detail out with balloon callouts, bill of material up in the top right hand corner, and it's going to show you what you need to buy. Okay, so here we have the flat layouts. So these are you can, if you have the capability in your own shop, you can have the flat layout cut and then bent on a brake press. The other thing is you could have the plates sent to your local fabricator and have them make, which should be very straightforward. This particular design has a little bit of a notch taken out. You can see here, that's only because the BG NEO8 has some support ribs along the face of it, and so we have to clear out for those to create a good seal. Otherwise you'd have a gap all the way around. So moving on, here's the rear chamber. It's just a basic box, but you get the idea of what you have to build there. It's giving you a detail of some of the panels for the rear chamber, just giving you the details here. And so assembly drawing for the support rib, and then a detail drawing for the support rib outlining what exactly you have to build. And then the same goes for the side support ribs. It's giving you the assembly and then the detail drawing for that as well. Okay, and then we skip over to the adapter plate. So here's the I guess you call it intermediate plate or adapter plate, and we have a detailed drawing of what's involved with making that. So there's a the front side and then the back side detail for what you have to do, because to mount the BG NEO8 you have 4 screws, and then I'm assuming that you're going to mount it using the machine screws with the wood inserts there. So, and then we have some other detailed drawings for the gaskets. Now another comment on this gasket, this drawing is to scale, so if you would like, you could print this drawing and then just trace it onto the foam paper, since it's the correct size. 8 inches will be 8 inches physically on the drawing when you print it. So that just is a little aid there to help you make this gasket. So there you have it. If you have any comments or questions, please leave a comment in the YouTube video and subscribe to my channel. And I am charging a nominal fee of $10 on my website, which I think is very reasonable considering the amount of design and development that goes into these products. So take care and have a great day. One thing I wanted to show you before I go was just the combined average response within a plus or minus 30-degree window. So a lot of people will be concerned about beaming with a large horn like this. So what you can see here is there actually is no beaming at all. This provides really broad coverage within with right up to 30 degrees off axis, and so there's a wide listening window. So this would actually be really well suited for a home theater application, for your center, left, and right front speakers, and so you would get a really broad listening area.